Hello, and welcome to another edition of MONKEYZENTV's Transformers Reviews with your host Monkey. And yeah, part 2. Didn't know that was coming. This is covering Generations Fall of Cybertron Combaticons Onslaught. So, yep, there he is. He's kind of winking to the original with the colours. There's a blue, there's a green, some black in there, like it is. Aesthetically, he's not too bad. He looks okay when you just look at him and you don't do anything else. But like just done here, the arms come off. Technically, he's not very good. Dear. Get in there, there you go. It comes with clicks, clicking, but it's not like the old G1 clicking, G1 Metroplex. On the hip joint, there's two discs, and there's teeth inside the discs, and that gives you the click. With this, it's a disc at the end of a joint that's got grooves inside on the edge of it, and on the other side, the other limb has a piece of plastic sticking out, so that helps it. That makes it click. Not as good, to be honest, especially with these ball joints, because the ball joints can come off. Like that again. Oh, good lord. That's just annoying. Anyway. So, yeah, he comes with a gun. There's some description. Like the G1. You can't put it on the back. But, yeah, here he is. I'd like to have seen the wrists turn, but they don't. Articulation wise, yeah, it's alright. To be honest, the G1's articulation is better, even though somewhat limited. The legs are better for moving, but you know what? A lot of force I'm putting on there. You can joints at the knees. You can turn that up, but you know what? Not very well executed. You can turn the head, and that's about it. Looking at him, put him on a shelf, and yeah, he looks okay. Notice I haven't said nice yet. Yeah, he looks okay, but when you're actually playing with him, a kid's not going to enjoy this. I swear to God, the limbs are going to come off. And here he is in vehicle form. I wouldn't even say this is a wink to the original, to be honest. It's some kind of four-wheeled vehicle with some gubbins on the top. It's supposed to be a gun, but honestly, no. You can even see on the side profile, you can see the head, Bruticus's head. Oh dear. I mean, look at the back. I don't know what it's supposed to be. This is the weakest out of the pack, out of the whole team. Last off, one thing I found annoying about these releases, they released the Comic Con of Bruticus in a pack with some nicer colours, except for Blastoff. I didn't like Blastoffs. I preferred this colour scheme, the purple and that. But it was just annoying. They released it for Comic Con, so we're no way of getting it. That was before I got this. I'm glad I just got these, really. It's a cheaper one. It was 80 quid. 80 quid for the 5. But yeah, this one's a bit better. But it does work. The limbs do work a bit better. You can bend it, except for one thing. I try and twist this, and then twist it back, and the leg comes off. There's no excuse for that. Sorry. That might be mine. It might be just mine. Please let us know. Anyone who gets this this toy, if it eventually comes out over here properly, if the legs do that. But that's just it's terrible. Anyway, he comes with 2 blasters of some description. His head turns, and there's some. Apart from the legs coming off, There's some good articulation. It does move. There's no of that annoying new clicky stuff that doesn't work. And here we have Blast Off in shuttle mode, ship mode, fighter mode, whatever mode it is really. Blasters attached. Yeah, it works. You know, you look at it like that, and you can see, you know, it's a ship of some kind. The paint job's not too bad actually. The metal and the colours, they work alright actually. This mode might be a little bit better than the robot mode, I suppose. To be honest, I mean it works kind of, but it's just bleh, bleh. Not aerodynamic. I'm not expecting this to, you know, shut this out and glide everywhere, but whatever. You know, it's a toy based on a game, so there we go. Vortex. Before I go anywhere with Vortex, I'd just like to point something out. This thing here, this little thing here, is an annoyance because it's basically stopping 50% of his articulation. He's got good articulation here. His arms move. They've got that click thing, but it's not as tough as Onslaught. Oh, I'd just like to point out Onslaught as well. The gun that goes on the top, the stress marks in the holes already. Not very good. Not very good. This is another thing that gets on my nerves. That should have come onto there, and it's out of the way. Blades as well. He's got blades. If you're going to keep that there, then get rid of the blades. Just give him blasters. I don't know why they've done the blades thing. I know it's got some kind of gun at the back, but at the end of the day, when you look at it first, it's blades, and that is it. But if that wasn't there, that skirt thing at the front, at the crotch, you'd have some pretty good articulation. None of the joints come off, which is good, like Blast Off does. So, you know, but he can't do that because of this bloody thing. Stupid. But apart from, you know, he's got articulation in the arms. Obviously, no wrist swivel again like the other two, and that is it really. I mean, he looks all right. He looks all right. You know, it does the job. The colours are a bit too bright for my taste, to be honest. Even the Comic-Con version, I didn't really like. You know, should have greyed it out. I think maybe that's me being a traditionalist, G1 fan, big time. But yeah, the colours could have been different. But there you go. What are you going to do? And here we have him in Vortex in helicopter mode. Yeah, it looks like a helicopter, but I think that's because of the propellers. The blades thing, I don't get. That would look a lot better with guns. Really would. He's kept the nose gun, which is kind of nice. Shame he doesn't use that in robot mode. But there you go. Helicopter mode. Okay. Now this one, I do like actually. I do like this one. Remember a few episodes ago, I was doing the Viacons, and I was saying, "Oh, I'm trying to do my best to be objective." I'm having no problems with being objective with this lot. It really, don't get this lot. It's rubbish. If you're gonna get any of them, get this one. Brawl is nice. I do like Brawl. I think the the Comic-Con edition has a nicer shade, but apart from that, I like this one. This is a nice spot. It's compared to the others. You've got some articulation. Head is a little bit hard to get to, especially for the transformation. You pop that in, you're going to have to go in the side and get a gun and pop that back out. It's hard to get out. So your head articulation, yeah. I mean, the face, the gun, pretty cool. Like it. The cannons on the back. At least it's keeping, you know, it on itself. That's the good thing about it, really. I mean, the good points to make out with these is the fact that all the weapons in the vehicles can be used in the robot, apart from Vortex's nose gun. This one is a nice toy. Very good. And here we have Brawl in his tank mode. It's a hover tank. You know, it looks like a hover tank. Not too bad at all, considering. This one doesn't feel like it's going to break. The limbs don't break off. It's not like Onslaught on this one, so it's not a bad toy. It's not bad. Like I said, if you were going to buy one Buy Brawl if you want to get one. Swindle. I'm going to Swindle now. So it's not too bad. There's no... Hang on. What's that transforming? The actual head can turn, but again, it's not brilliant. You're not going to see the face. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, you might do. You might do. See the face on there. It comes with its gun. It's not a big gun like in the original. Articulation's okay. You know, you can put him in some poses. And there we have Swindle in his vehicle mode. Again, a little wink to the G1 with having the gun on the top. Lots of gaps, lots and lots of gaps in these toys. Very light. I actually did a test. The original Swindle is about the same weight as this. That's but with hand, you know, there's not much to it, to be honest. Those are the individual toys that make the Combaticons. But I'm sure you want to see. The combined mode. And here we have Bruticus. It's not too bad. It's a nightmare getting these limbs on. It really is. You notice that I've put Swindle as an arm and Blast Off as a leg. The simple fact that personally I think it looks better that way. But that's just my thing. You can interchange these into arms and limbs and things. To me personally, this is the better combination. I've had to go with these. I'm just looking at it now and I can still see Onslaught's arms. I mean, you could stick them at the front and they'd be like extra little arms, but yeah, whatever. The hands look good. I like the fact that the hands in all of them are integrated in the toy, so you can fold out and you can actually switch from left to right hands with these, with all of them. He can only be a left hand Vortex, a left arm. But yeah, they're a nightmare putting these joints on. I'm putting them in and it looks like I feel like I'm going to break something. I really am. The limbs are a little bit long. Yeah, people have said that, you know, the arms anyway are a bit long. What do? You get long arms, or do you get 4 guys who are smaller than the leader? You choose. That's your decision. Me personally, it didn't bother me, the G1, the size thing. The point was getting the Bruticus up. That was the main thing of it all. Collect them to build this massive robot. I bet me a month's ways that Hasbro didn't really look into this that much. The main product, I think, of this was to promote the game. The game, I think, is the most productive thing because they knew, because the first one was a success. It was a really good Transformers game. You know, we hadn't had one since Armada. The thing that got my mind is the guns can all combine, which is all well and good. The cannon on Onslaught's back can go onto it as well. This is Brawl's gun. It's supposed to go into the barrel of Swindle's, but either this is too small, the peg's too small, or Swindle's barrel's too big. It just falls out. So I'm not even bothered showing you on the thing. Yeah, there's some good ideas, engineering-wise. There's some good ideas in it. I hope that they'll put some of those ideas in future products that Hasbro will release. And like I say, guys, if you really want a bot just to stand up on a shelf, Bruticus, you want a new Bruticus on the shelf that you don't really want to play, get these guys for that. The individual bots look okay to the eye. Playing with them, they're not a kid's toy. They're really not. If any parents are looking for these toys for your kids, I wouldn't recommend them. I really wouldn't. That's my review of Generations Fall of Cybertron Combaticons / Bruticus. This is your host, Monkey, saying goodbye.